Hello and welcome to episode 137 of the Drinky Talky Thing. After 137 episodes, my co-host D_Go has a back to his chair for the last 140 odd weeks.
Yeah, I've been doing this.
Not quite, yeah. He'd been sitting on a broken chair. I have finally got round to replacing
I want
it.
to say that's dedication.
I am DrunkenGamer, and as I said, he's Go. We're just here to talk shite. Enjoy. Where do you want to start in the 2 weeks worth of shite that we've got to go through?
I apologise. The reason we haven't done one of these in a few weeks is my fault. But we have lots of news about lots of things. Let's go with the next gen stuff.
Yeah. Which one? Xbox One or PS4?
Pick one.
Xbox One.
Go on then.
Yeah, I hope you Xbox One fans... No, this sounds all fanboyish.
It is, because this also isn't it the same for PlayStation?
It is for the headsets, yes. Okay. Anybody who wants to use their own headset, anybody who's gone to the expense of buying themselves a good quality headset for gaming.
I'm going to say any of you out there with the Turtle Beach headsets. For
Yes.
some reason, Turtle Beach is...
Massive!
It's like a holy grail to gamers, and I don't get it.
No.
In fact, I don't get gaming headsets. I know it sounds ridiculous, but why have they made it so awkward to plug a headset into a console?
I don't know.
Because, well, I
can't argue while at the same point having a set of Siberias there.
Yeah, which won't plug into your...
Headset. It won't plug into my console.
No, this is what annoys me. Somebody said to me the other day, "Have you got a headset?" I went, "Yeah, I'll go get it." And I got my Siberian headset with the longest lead known to man, thinking it's fine, I can relax, it easily reaches.
I don't have the...
Where does it go?
I've got the iPhone version of them, so
Oh,
my
bad
lead is
times.
about 2.5 foot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I've got that headset with it. That was my phone. I've got that headset with the adapter, so I can use it for all sorts. I've got everything but the USB adapter, so I can't plug it into my console. And even then, I looked online and people saying, "Oh, if you plug it in with a standard adapter, you won't get all the noise. You only get this." And that. Why is it so difficult?
No idea.
Why can't it just be a simple kind of... You remember what it was? Auxiliary microphone. That was so much easier.
Well, I've got upstairs the SteelSeries Xbox headset. I forgot to send it to my nephew with the Xbox, but the headset's upstairs, and it has to have an adapter to push it in to plug it into the bottom of the controller, because all the sound from players comes through the controller port.
Nice. But why? Sorry.
But anyway,
It frustrates me.
all of these existing headsets will not work. Not out of the box, anyway.
Yeah.
They've said that they're going to put in support for some of them in software updates. PlayStation 4 software update. It may actually come as part of the day one patch, but they haven't confirmed this yet. But it's still ridiculous, because people do spend money on their gaming equipment. I have a SteelSeries mouse. I have a set of Siberias for my headphones. I used to have a decent keyboard, but I broke it, and now I've got a Microsoft Active thing.
But this all comes down to the fact they've over-engineered headsets.
Yes.
It should be as simple as...
I have a gaming chair.
It should be as simple as auxiliary input and an output, or a simple USB. But something like a USB to a little box, which does all sorts of encoding, and then sends it out to your headset. Why?
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
I agree completely.
frustrates
There's definite problems with the headset scenario. Even the Bluetooth ones aren't going to work, though, for either of them.
So I've spent a massive £10 on a Bluetooth headset the other day.
Yeah.
Just so I could shout back at the little kids on Grand Theft Auto.
I want to know how you turn those fuckers off.
Oh, it's really easy.
Is it?
Hold select.
Yeah.
You get a quick menu. And then you can just say who you want to listen to. Crew, everyone, so on.
Thank fuck for
or
that!
you can go into the menu and just find them and mute them.
I don't.
But that takes too long.
Yeah, I only want to hear my crew and friends. I don't want to hear the whiny little bastard behind me. I don't care if he's going to shoot me in the back of the head. I don't want to know. I don't want to know he's there.
Well, I got annoyed as well the other day trying to do something simple, because technology, we've got enough technology to do simple things, right? being a PC gamer, I've played TeamSpeak and Ventriloquism, and you've
TeamSpeak
got
and Vent,
yeah.
yes, everybody's used TeamSpeak.
Exactly.
Vent. Mumble, everybody's used. Well, not everybody's used Mumble.
Well, I thought the other day, I've got all these people on Skype. Let's just do a group call. We'll just all chat to each other. So I got Skype up on my phone. Can't fucking do it.
Why?
I don't know. The option isn't there. I couldn't do any kind of group calling on Skype on my phone.
Oh.
I don't know if you can.
No, because Skype have removed that.
Premium feature, I'm guessing.
It's a premium feature. Group conversations are not standard because we use them at work. We used to use them at work. And then they took the video... no, group calls are still there, but group video calls are not.
I couldn't even get anything.
Fair enough.
Just wouldn't.
Group video calls are now a premium feature.
I hate technology for this reason.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted something simple so I could chat to people when they didn't have headsets.
Google Hangout.
Yeah, well, I then loaded up Google Hangout, and obviously it goes through Google+.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll call my brother, and he had no idea what the fuck was happening. I just gave up at that point. He said, right, let's just play the damn game. We did like one race, one parachute jump, and then turned it off anyway, so... Sorry. Pretty much every single little story is going to be about Grand Theft Auto at the minute.
I know. But yeah, that's the bad time for both Xbox One and PS4 with headsets. It's a bit worse for Xbox One.
This isn't in a fanboy way.
No, headsets are one thing. Headsets are quite expensive.
Yeah,
I'd say marginally expensive.
You would never say ludicrously expensive.
It's about the price of 2 games. That's a really good headset. Would probably set you back about the same price as 2 games.
Yeah.
Or should. If you pay more than that, you're being robbed. Stop it.
Yeah.
However, there is another class of gamer.
This is the gamer I aspire to be.
This is the gamer you wish you were.
Yeah, I wish I had the money to be this gamer.
And that is your racing gamer. The ones that have gone out and created, got steering wheels, pedals, to replicate the driving experience. And some of these things can be as much as the console themselves. Some of them can be more than the console themselves.
Funnily enough, I almost bought a full setup when I was single.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, priorities and things change when you get a girlfriend. So because the old flat.
Oh yeah, no.
Obviously, I had a massive bedroom. I thought I'll just set up a gaming rig in the car.
Yeah, I remember the conversations as you were planning this, and then I remember that the conversation pretty much stopped the moment that the female entered your life.
It ended very quickly. Yeah, when I realised, oh shit, now I've got to buy things that are mutually beneficial.
Well, no. It's more a case of, oh shit, how do I explain the fact that I've just spent 500 quid on this thing?
It would be funny. That's why half the reason I got a dog.
Yeah.
I could say to her, look, I've bought you this dog that loves you very much. Can I have a gaming chair? Because I love that very much. But I've not quite got the balls to do that yet.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have. They're just in her handbag.
Yeah, exactly. I've done better than the dog.
Yeah.
These are in a jar somewhere in the hospital.
But yeah, Xbox One. Well, I think it was last week announced.
Yeah, we're catching up a bit.
Yeah, Xbox One have announced that they won't be the only steering wheels that will work are the ones that have been designed for the Xbox One, the new ones. And
it's a bullshit excuse.
Yeah,
it really is.
So Thrustmaster and Mad Catz are both creating new wheels, but there's no confirmation that the old ones will ever work. There's no confirmation that they're ever going to add backwards compatibility.
Microsoft are pulling an Apple.
Yeah,
they want everything to be done.
Their reasoning is to deliver consistent, meaningful gameplay to all users. Only Xbox One controllers and accessories will work with the Xbox One. Bollocks.
Yeah, it's rubbish. Basically, I mean, there are a lot of very good wheels out there.
Yes.
That work fine on PC, PS3, and Xbox.
Yes.
There is no reason they couldn't have ported across. Even if they wanted to do this, for experience reasons, only allow certain ones, such as the Logitechs, the high-end stuff. the high-end Mad Cats, anything that is designed to be high-end, if you want to go down the experience route, do that.
Yeah.
But in this case, they're basically just saying we can't be asked.
Well, their argument is that the changes in force feedback and device pairing is what makes the previous ones incompatible.
Unless
this is expensive kit. This is not.
Most of this goes through USB.
Yeah.
So device pairing is irrelevant. If you've got a wireless one, I can kind of accept that it's not going to work because it has been specifically made for the
anybody
Xbox.
that's seriously buying several £100 worth of steering wheel kit is getting the wired one for the latency reduction.
Yeah. It's
because
honestly,
it doesn't matter how far wireless technology goes, there is latency in wireless. It may only be fractions of a microsecond, but for your driving enthusiasts, that's enough.
I always remember having an argument with someone because they're going about the lag in the mouse causes them to be worse at games.
Yeah.
And you just think, you've read too many marketing things.
Yes.
I understand if you've got a wireless mouse, there's people going, it adds lag. I kind of get it. But at the same time, I can't.
See, I've got corded mice.
Well, I've always had corded mice as well, but not through choice. No, I don't want to be charging it constantly.
Yeah. And, yeah, they're just better mice that I've been buying, and they just happen to all come corded. I've had fun with the one at work.
It's very much a fad, though. I get
it's a fad, and I'd have them wireless, but I can have great fun at work because I've got one of my retired gaming mice in the office. So it's a Steel series, which means it's got the button on top to control the sensitivity. Whenever I'm not at my desk, whenever I know I'm not going to be at my desk for a couple of days, and I haven't taken the mouse with me, I whack that sensitivity up to the maximum that mouse can handle.
Just so and then people are going to go, whoa!
And then next, I've come back and had some right stories from people trying to use my machine.
You're an evil sod, you know? But the bit that gets me more than anything is TVs have lag.
Yes.
And it can be 30 milliseconds plus on some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Getting an extra 0.2 on your mouse is going to do fuck all to help you.
Yeah.
I don't get the... I think marketing has a lot to say for the games industry.
Yeah, the marketing is
it's
fucking steering the games industry for quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Anywho.
Are we sticking with next gen stuff for the PS4?
Yeah, we should do. For the series, for the sake of being balanced.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, we're not usually.
No, we're not.
The PlayStation 4 has had quite a few setbacks.
Yeah, it's quite a few day one launches that are just not coming anywhere near day one launches.
Yeah.
Including their PlayStation Plus game for day one.
Yeah. The one that you will get like a free, not quite free game. Yeah. So Drive Club is not coming.
I was actually looking forward to Drive Club as well.
Yeah. Well, it's free.
No. I was actually looking forward to Drive Club as a driving game.
But you don't.
It looked like I'd be able to crash the car.
Ah, cool. This is why Grand Theft Auto is perfect for you, and it's the one game you haven't put much attention in. I mean,
time, life, shit.
You have neither of these things.
Neither?
I don't know.
Which don't I have? Time and life, or just life and shit?
Or shit. Oh dear, the alcohol. Yeah. So
Drive
time,
Club.
life, and shit. None of it. So Drive Club's not going to be until early next year.
Early next year at the best.
And an added one, Ubisoft mentioned the fact that
Watch Dogs isn't going to make launch.
Yep, that wasn't PS4 exclusive, was it?
It wasn't PS4 exclusive.
But it did destroy Ubisoft's share price.
It obliterated it.
Yeah, it knocked a quarter off of it.
Yeah.
Which is quite drastic, really.
Which you took advantage of. I
bought shares thinking...
They'll bounce back.
I trust they're going to bounce back because Ubisoft aren't daft. They make good games and they are aspiring to be a bigger game developer.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near Activision here and so.
Oh no, they're nowhere near.
But think about the games they've made. Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Is awesome. They own Rayman, which could have been good had they not held it back.
Yeah, had they not fucked it up.
Holding it back screwed that up. They've got Watch Dogs on the card.
Watch Dogs is going to be big if they don't fuck it up.
Division was theirs.
The Division is theirs. Crew is theirs.
Yeah, they've got some awesome games queued up.
Massive upcoming titles.
Yeah, so that I reckon they're in for a good year. And if they are, their share price should rocket.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd try it while I can.
But yeah, that's two titles that are not going to be there for PS4 launch, which is never a good sign when key titles aren't there for launch. Look at the Wii U.
Mm-hmm. Apparently games sell consoles. Oh, except for when you drop the price.
Yes, this is what the Wii U has learned.
Segue! Sorry,
that was a well played.
We very rarely get any kind of convalescence between two stories.
It is apparent, because I've been trying to improve the podcast, I have been reading up, and apparently it is podcast protocol to basically acknowledge when a good segue has happened.
Cool. There you go. See, it's because we're experts at this now. We've been doing it for 137 episodes.
But yeah, the Wii U dropped its price about a month ago.
Yeah.
So quite substantially, and when it didn't drop its price, it bundled more shit in with it to effectively drop its price. And it has seen a 200% increase in sales.
I love the way Nintendo do this every time. Price isn't the issue. And then a couple of months later, they drop the price and it goes nuts.
Yeah.
Like the 3DS did and like this did. Hell, they've made the 2DS.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon that thing's probably selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, it is. It's shipping out faster than anybody could imagine.
Because it's cheap.
Yeah.
And as bad as it is, when it comes down to when you get into the realm of I could buy it on a whim,
yeah,
or I can spend X amount just to play Pokemon,
yeah,
people are going to buy it. I'm tempted by the 2DS just for Pokemon.
So am I.
It's the only reason.
But I can't convince the missus.
Yeah. I'm tempted to actually convince Fee, no, you'll enjoy Pokemon. We should definitely get a 2DS. But I'll be honest, she's obsessed with getting another dog, so if I say, you don't need a dog, have Pokemon, you can have 26 dogs, have them all in little balls. I don't think it'll sell very well, if I'm honest.
Well, no, because if you're getting more dogs, they won't have little balls for very long because you get them done. And because we've actually got 2 songs to fit into this podcast, we're going to take a break there.
Oh.
Well, we've left 2.
You could have warned me about it.
I know. Okay, that was Pokemon Route 11 Remix.
I remember that one. Yep.
By Maelstrom Realm. That's a good name. Good name, man.
Am I the only one that played Pokemon pretty much in silence?
Yes.
So I had parents and no headset. So I wasn't allowed noise. Everything had to be muted. Yeah.
But yeah, as I said before, the song... Because we've been leaving gaps, Trevor has been providing song suggestions all along.
Yeah.
And I want to try and get as many of them into this podcast as possible without extending the podcast too much, because we've got 2 weeks worth of news to catch up on.
Yeah, we'll be quick. Do you remember... Sorry, go completely off tangent and ruin your thing of being quick. Do you remember the Game Boy days when you had a magnifying bit that you
Yes!
with lights on?
Yeah, my lit magnifying thing, I had that.
It was freaking brilliant, wasn't it?
Did you ever have the Game Boy camera?
Yeah. You could get a printer as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's depressing.
And no, it's not for me. See, it makes me happy because it means I'm not as old as I think I am.
No, you're not. There's not that much between us, really. It's just I look 6 and...
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm looking forward to next week.
Right,
Movember starts next week. The beard will be gone.
I'm going to attempt to grow a moustache. It'll probably look like this after a couple of months.
So what have we got? We've done Xbox Ones, wheels. Should we go and take the piss out of the sun for a bit?
Funnily enough, that's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Because any newspaper that makes a balls up really deserves to be dragged over the
They're
coals.
usually ripping the piss out of gaming. They are usually blaming us for something or other. The Mirror, was it the Mirror? GTA, Daily Mail.
Of course, it was the Daily Mail.
It's either the Mirror or the Fail.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody blamed a kid attempting a bank robbery on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, because he robbed a bank the same week that Grand Theft Auto came out, they blamed Grand Theft Auto for bank robbery.
That's some rapid planning.
I'm honestly thinking that he must have progressed through that game quite quickly.
Yeah.
Because to get to the bank robbery, I mean, it's a fair way in, I think. But either way, sorry, let's move on.
But the Suns was brilliant. Now, they were talking about the development of cybernetics, which is a good story, because there have been some massive advances in cybernetic technology.
There has.
However, running with a picture of a Seraph Corporation cybernetic eye, and quoting the Seraph Corporation website verbatim,
yeah,
without researching the fact that the Seraph Corporation does not exist outside of the world of Deus Ex.
Am I right in thinking as well, the entire website's made in Flash?
Yes.
That should ring alarm bells right away.
Yeah.
We're a technology company. We built our website in Flash. No, you didn't. You are not. You're lying.
Yeah.
It was a bad move.
Basically, they ran a story and quoted the fictional Seraph Corporation's website word for word, despite the fact that it's talking about things that have happened in the future.
Yeah, I think they missed out dates, didn't they? They just purely went for, this is a cybernetic eye from Seraph Industries.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Ah, well. Never mind. So, Activision are no longer part of Vivendi.
Yes.
Mr. Kotick had his way.
He got his way. They basically let them go ahead with the merger. Yes, I poured that beer badly.
You highlight it every time I do it. So.
I know. I'm beginning to regret that. Yeah, it's gone forward. Activision Blizzard are now, by the technical definition, independent.
Yeah. Technically, Activision Blizzard is an indie developer.
Technically, they're an indie developer.
But
in the same way that any game made by Microsoft Game Studios is an indie game, because the only people that have a say are Microsoft Game Studios.
Yeah.
However, they are not.
Yeah. To me, an indie is... I can't even define an indie, that's the problem.
No. What Blizzard were before Activision bought the fuckers.
Yeah, pretty much. For some reason, you have this thing in your head, don't you? Once they've sold out, and that's in inverted commas for anyone that's listening rather than watching, you kind of assume they're not indie anymore.
and it kind of
there's
sticks.
business involved.
Yeah.
It just seems odd, doesn't it?
But then we know that there's business involved at the lower level. It's just a lower level of business.
Exactly.
There are corporate decisions to every decision.
To me, I will only ever regard indie as a couple of people.
Yeah.
A couple of people in the room working on something they love.
Once your work base gets beyond double figures.
Yeah, you start to become...
a business.
Yeah. Which I know it sounds really ridiculous to define it like that, but I see independent developers as people who may have another job. People that are doing this...
Building games out of passion.
Yeah.
Rather than profit.
Exactly. When you get to the profit thing, you are just any other business.
Yeah.
Which, by definition, isn't true, but fuck it, that's what we're going to call an indie. Why not?
That's one of the many definitions of indie that we can...
The one thing I could get from the indie game movie was the fact that, although a lot of them were douches, they were doing it for passion, not for sales. So you can respect it a little bit.
They were twats, but they were passionate twats.
Exactly. I mean, we wouldn't ever name names, Phil Fish, but...
No. Phil Fish was annoying in that film, but it was the Meat Boy guys that pissed me off more.
Yeah.
And I love their games.
Not at the end of the day. You have to have a clear idea and pretty much stick to it, and to build something like that well. And they did it expertly.
But that microcosm mind leads to you not really realising...
You're not open-minded, are you, at
No.
that point? So,
how did we get to that from... What the hell were we talking about?
The Sun? No, Activision Blizzard.
Activision Blizzard, yeah. So we'll stick with Activision Blizzard because they've had... Well, the Blizzard side of it's been a busy week for them.
You carry on, I'm going to eat you, Chris.
BlizzCon's next week. So, obviously, announcements have started sneaking out. They announced previously a Dota-based game that was going to be an expansion of StarCraft called Dota All-Stars. No, not Dota All-Stars. Blizzard All-Stars.
Blizzard Dota, wasn't
It was Blizzard Dota, then it was renamed to Blizzard All-Stars when it was starting to actually become something that they were going to release. And then last week they renamed it with a very cool little video animated by a web artist.
Right. Where were we? You were talking about...
Yeah. Gao had a phone call from his missus. The fuse is blown and they needed fixing. We were talking about not Dota All-Stars, Blizzard All-Stars, and it changing its name to basically get ready for release. And it's changed its name to Heroes of the Storm. Now I think we may have talked about a trademarking for that name a couple of weeks.
Issues first time round, weren't they?
Well, no, we may have mentioned that Blizzard had trademarked something like Heroes of the Storm. I remember that from a couple of podcasts ago. Nobody knew quite what it was, and now it's obviously been announced as the possible name for the Blizzard Defense of the Ancients MOBA style game. That's all well and good. There's a very cool animated video to announce it, done by a very cool web artist that I've never heard of, but it did a very cool video.
Get to the point, Paddy. Come on.
Yeah. A Finnish board game company have contacted Blizzard and said, just to make you aware, you're impinging on our trademark.
Yeah. We own Heart of the Storm.
We have a game already in production called Heart of the Storm. It may be a tabletop game, but
it's a game nonetheless.
It's a game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for trademarking reasons, video games and physical games are within the same general area.
Honestly, I'm reckoning this is eventually just going to be called Blizzard MOBA. Just keep it simple. Blizzard characters punching shit might be the other alternative.
That was actually one of the...
What?
That's actually not out of the realms. I don't know if I pulled up the right story for it, but original what? Oh, where's the link? Is it this one? Because when they were originally thinking of it, it was something like bunch of guys hitting each other. Blizzard Entertainment provides a bunch of guys hitting each other.
Nice.
It was one of its early names.
Bog Hero, if you're going to shorten it.
Yeah.
Because we do that with everything, don't we? Mobbers, Dota, so on.
Well, it's Beppa.
What?
Bog Hero, because it's Blizzard Entertainment Presents.
Fair enough, yeah. Beppa Bog Hero. That's what we're going to refer to.
I'd have bought onto that.
I'd put that, trademark that now. What else have we got?
But the other Blizzard news this week, sticking with Blizzard news because that's it, is that Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, the expansion to Diablo 3, has been confirmed as a PS4 release. Now, Diablo 3 is released for Xbox 360 and PS3.
They didn't announce PS4, did they?
Well, no, they announced it was going to be released for PS4, but they didn't announce that the PS4 version would be the expanded, the expansion pack version, because it wouldn't have made. They'd released the PS3 version already. They have released the PS3 version already, and it was a case of, well, why would anybody who's going to buy a PS4 who probably already has a PS3, why would they buy the game again? There's your reason. It's the expanded version.
Expansion and everything in there.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
where are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, Assassin's Creed movie star. Did you know the Assassin's Creed movie?
Yeah.
Did you know about it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. I seem to remember we've mentioned it before.
Yeah.
But it was only loose. And game movie adaptations don't interest me, so literally my brain just...
Yeah, well, this one, I didn't know that the actor had been signed for Ezio, or that the actor that has been signed as Ezio is Michael Fassbender.
Yep.
Very good actor.
Cool.
Plays Magneto in the X-Men First Class.
Awesome.
No.
Names and people, literally. I should probably explain now. My brain doesn't work. I was going to say like a normal. It just doesn't work. I'll just leave it there.
Michael Fassbender is a very good actor. So the fact that he's been signed up as Ezio is incredible.
Means you could have a good.
Which means we could have a good movie adaptation.
But Yui Ball's crying over this.
Yeah. The fact that he's never played the Assassin's Creed games could also be very beneficial. I think beneficial.
Because he'll bring a new kind of...
Because he'll play the character how the movie needs the character to be played. He won't be playing the character to be faithful to the game character. Yeah. Because movie and games are different mediums. You need characters to be different. Yeah.
I think that's safe to say, isn't it? Yeah. Given the recent adaptations we've had of every movie every game that's filmed.
Every game to movie transition, people have tried to play the characters faithful to the game, but then it just doesn't work.
There's one where I'll draw a line there. Mario.
I liked the Mario Brothers film.
It was fucking terrible.
I liked it because it was so bad.
You know what the great thing is? I was reading the other day. Apparently on set, I forget who it was that played the parts of Mario and Luigi.
The Mario was Bob Hoskins and Luigi was... Oh, fuck. I can't remember his name.
Your encyclopedic knowledge scares me sometimes. But apparently, so pissed off with the fact the movie had no direction at all. They had no idea what they were doing with it. They used to just drink on set.
Yeah, Hoskins...
And it ended up with injuries.
No, Hoskins has admitted he spent the entire filming pissed, and fuck, it's gonna bother me because Dennis Hopper was Bowser. I can't remember who Peach was, and
I just remember the Goombas.
Where they got it the wrong way around.
Every time Fee takes a mick that I have a tiny head, I show her a picture of the Goombas.
But they got it the wrong way around.
Yeah, I know. Oh well. I don't understand how they got it the wrong way around.
Neither
I
do
suppose you have to, don't you? Because you can't do it the other way. Giant head syndrome in people. It's hilarious. It's not in any way aggressive. When there's a little head, they look aggressive and mean. Just meet them. I have no idea where we're going with this. I don't even know where we started. Assassin's Creed, that's where we started.
Movie.
But he's never played the game,
Never
and
played
that
the
could
game.
be a good thing.
It could be.
Yeah. Blizzard have won a case to shut down World of
Oh
Warcraft.
yeah, we should have mentioned this one while we
I
were
don't
talking about
understand
Blizzard.
why there's a case.
Because there were companies like Glider. Now, Glider was one of the biggest bots, and this is what it's against. And it's taken them nearly 6 years to get this dealt with. Now, Glider made money out of selling the bot to people, and it would go off and play the game for you, do all your grinding for you, make you masses of gold, and then the gold farmers started buying copies of Glider, which started clogging up servers and started causing problems for Blizzard. And it's taken 6 years to decide, for the courts to decide just how much the people that it pretty much very early on in the case decided in Blizzard's favour. But it's taken nearly another 4.5 years to decide just how much Glider owed Blizzard for lost income and shit like that.
Jesus Christ. But either way, they've won.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the end ruling, this end ruling has also said these companies, you are breaking the terms and conditions of this game. You have to shut down.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
Awesome. ToeJam and Earl has been found.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed, I'll be honest.
Apparently there was a ToeJam and Earl game in development for the Dreamcast. I could not be happier at the mere thought of that idea. The fact that the first 20 levels of this game exists and they found the code for it just makes me...
It's been a good few weeks for you, hasn't it? We've had Doctor Who. Oh, we just found some episodes from
We
years
found
ago.
the missing 100 episodes. What the fuck?
And now we've found ToeJam and L3. I mean, that's awesome.
I require
Is the Who hat coming out?
Hang on.
What? Looking for a sonic screwdriver?
Yep.
Oh, see, this is what I have to put up with. Utter professionalism at all times. Paddy's searching for his sonic screwdriver so he can pull the proper Who look. Yeah.
What's better?
You know, everyone knows that guy that's a massive geek, like beyond the usual definition.
Hang
of
on,
geek.
I need to duck down because my face wasn't in shot.
No, yeah, I have to put up with this every time I come here. But either way, ToeJam and L3. The problem is though, it looks very much like ToeJam and L1, which I wasn't too fond of.
Yeah, there is that.
And I reckon, honestly, the gameplay in it is going to be a bit weak these days. But it's a nice little... It should be... They shouldn't try and develop it. They should leave it as is.
And release it.
And release it as like a kind of...
PSN game.
Like a tribute to ToeJam and Earl, rather than an actual game you have to pay money for and get a sour taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Okay, well, we didn't pause. But next story is the fact that Coinstar... Now, I realised while we were not paused that not everybody might know what Coinstar is.
I have no idea.
I don't know if the Americans have it or not. And you don't know what it is?
Nope. Never seen Coinstar, don't know.
They're in every Tesco's and Asda and Sainsbury's. Apart from the little Sainsbury's at the end of the road.
I've never used a Coinstar. How does that work?
Right, basically, Coinstar is a machine here in the UK where you can take all your spare change, all your 2p's and 1p's and 5p's that everybody just throws into a fucking bottle or jar, and pour the jar in. It will count them out, take a small cut for charity, take a small cut for themselves, and give you a receipt that you can trade in for pure cash, proper spending money.
Nice. I saw a demonstration the other day on how those machines work.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
It's a very detailed mechanical...
Well, it's actually simpler than I ever thought it would
Yeah.
be. It's just tracks that get smaller and smaller and smaller, and every time they change to a different gauge, they filter out.
Yeah.
So obviously the little coins just bounce through.
Yeah.
The big coins go off a different track because they're the right gauge for it. I thought it was really, really simple.
Yeah.
Which annoyed
But anyway,
me.
that
I imagine there was a monkey in there, just kind of...
we have them here in the UK in most supermarkets. So, previously you could only trade them in for cash.
Yeah.
And you were just losing money at that. I did it once. The last time I actually used one, I have a change jar, and we hadn't counted it. We took it into one of those coin stars, we'd filled it up, and got nearly 150 quid in change.
Nice.
After they'd taken their, I think it was 5% cut at the time.
I didn't realise they took that much of a cut.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and I used to just count it out.
Yeah. But now, because banks have got fucking pissy, you've got to use things like Coinstar. Anyway, the point is that Coinstar have penned a deal with Microsoft. Now, this is interesting because what it means is when you're at that Coinstar machine, you can press a button and be given a gift card for Xbox Live for the amount that you've just put into the Coinstar machine. So if you've walked in with 40 quid's worth of change,
you'll get 40 quid's worth of
40 quid's worth of Xbox card that you can then put onto your Xbox Live account.
Nice.
And this makes a vast amount of sense. Because this...
It's where all the little kids go in.
Yeah. This is for the kids that have gone down to the arcades with the two tuppenny shoves.
Nobody knows what they are. In the UK, we have these little machines where you put 2p in and some little...
We have Plinko that pays out.
Have what?
Plinko.
What?
Fuck you.
I'm lost.
Plinko is where you put a coin in and it bounces around and... well, it's normally done with balls, but yeah. It bounces off pins and then you're supposed to get into the middle and it scores and it's great. It's Japanese.
Ah, so we have the pins, but then it goes down onto a tray.
Yeah.
That then pushes back and forth with lots of other coins on. And if your coin pushes the other coins over the edge and they all fall out, you end up with more coins than you started with.
Yes.
Google 2p machine. That's probably...
Yeah. Or Coindozer. Go on the Android Play Store and download Coindozer. You will understand immediately what it is, and I apologise.
That's how most British people make their money, actually.
That's how most
Especially
British kids.
towns.
Yeah.
No, people.
I grew up in a seaside town. I've seen more of those coins. It's disturbing that I can now walk past one of them and know when they're about to pay out.
Well, worryingly, Fiona is a 2p addict.
Yeah.
And I took her to Scarborough once.
Yeah.
And literally, I was being all sweet. It was like one of our first dates. I was holding her hand, and we walked in, and I just felt like a gush of wind, and she was gone. And it was like a kid on acid bouncing around all these machines. Like, this one! Money. Ran off to the next one. I was scared. It's unbelievable.
I can do... because I grew up in a seaside town, I can do it with 2p machines and claw machines. I can tell you when a claw machine is going to let you pick up a teddy.
I'll be honest, I only have one good memory of a claw machine. And that was when the engineer clearly fucked up at some point because every one paid out. No matter what I tried to grab, it came out. We're left with like a handful of teddies.
One of my early dates with Joe, we were somewhere at seaside and I can't remember where it was. But we were walking past a claw machine and she went... Because it was when... I think it was Shrek 3 came out when they had the mini Shreks.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted one of the baby Shreks. And we walked past three machines and I went, that one's not going to pay out, that one's not going to pay out. This one will. Are you sure? Just watch. In went the money. Meep, meep. First drop, picked up the baby Shrek into the hopper.
Fact that's what acts as like you being a man these days. Yeah. I can tell you when that's going to pay out. That's right, give me a number. That never happened, did it? It never happens.
No, it was a bit longer along the day.
Yeah.
But I did it last month with we were just going around Whitby and she wanted one of the minion that's popped up in the video a couple of times. Literally, it was just a case, I want that minion! That one. Off we go.
Damn you. If only that skill was useful.
Yeah.
If only it had some kind of tangible benefit outside the world of stuffed toys.
Yeah.
Does anyone make an electronics grabber? Because that would be useful. You know, trying
Yes,
to grab an iPad.
yes, but they've got round it. They've made it less noticeable. The ones that use the electronics rather than using a claw use a magnet.
Yeah, that's no fun, is it?
No. Anyway.
I feel like we've gone off track slightly.
I think we have. Right. Farming Simulator Titanium Edition. That's a trailer, so that should actually be in the extra time.
On a similar note, because we're very quickly mentioning the simulator genre, Oculus Rift support for
Euro Truck Simulator
Euro
2.
Truck Simulator 2. So yeah, that's just get it. Just buy it. If there's any reason to get an Oculus Rift, it's Euro Truck Simulator. Obviously, you wouldn't buy Euro Truck Simulator without, would you? I mean,
no. Why would you?
Yeah.
The original GTA creator is rebuilding Liberty City in Game Maker.
Nice. I don't remember what Liberty City actually looked like.
Neither do I.
We'll take his word for it. It looks awesome.
But he's the original creator of Grand Theft Auto and Lemmings.
I'm confused because I thought he was always Rockstar.
No, he worked with Rockstar.
Then you can't claim to be the creator. I mean, you have
Well,
to be one of the guys.
DMA Designs
Oh,
originally created.
see, there we go. I was lost already. I just remember playing it when I was way too young.
Yeah, but he's
I
trying
should've
to illustrate the power of Game Maker Studio, the modern version of the tool,
Yeah.
and he's recreating Liberty City inside Game Maker.
That's pretty cool, actually. It looks good. Albeit a bit old looking.
But Liberty City is the original city.
Yeah, I know. Well,
From
that's
GTA 1.
what confused me with the fact that that's 3D.
So he's turning
I
that
just see
2D.
a broken bridge there, and I think I want to jump it. I
You
seem to remember
did?
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember pissing off Krishners. That's all I remember.
Like GTA had that whole thing. Gangs should always walk in a line and spiral down the path.
See, this is
that should be how it works.
This is actually my problem with the modern GTA.
What, you can't spot a gang until it's too late.
No. This the Grand Theft Auto 5, 4, San Andreas, and all that lot.
Yeah.
You can't drive into a thing, into a car repair place, and add machine guns to the front of your car.
Fair point.
This is why Saints Row took over for me. This is
because
why
it became the daft game, the one that you can do.
That's what I loved about GTA and GTA 2 and London.
So the other thing that annoys me about GTA now is the fact that I'm always playing online and Roy's always there. And that's not offensive to Roy, but Roy lands you in trouble. I saw him on the map and I thought, I'll go drive to Roy. He was stood on the roof of somebody's house shooting at gang members. I had no idea what to do. I thought, I'll help him. So I shot a gang member. And then they all just turned on me. Roy fucked off and I got shot shitless. It's one of those things where you walk into a scenario and think, well, how the hell did this start?
Yeah.
How did you get up there and why are these guys shooting you? I tried to think what he did, but yeah.
A hacker has accidentally revealed that League of Legends may be working on a collectible card game. It's
a big game.
Yeah,
It's got a massive following.
League of Legends has a massive following, and if Blizzard is looking at the collectible card game as a potential, then there's no reason that other companies wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Sony have already dabbled in that area, so it wouldn't surprise me to see them make a return.
Yeah. The card games are good, enjoyable games, but the problem is it's that the barrier to entry is...
Yes, the barrier to entry with the Sony ones was the fact that they were PC only. And because Sony have had this for a while, Sony had the Star Wars Galaxies trading card game, which tied into Star Wars Galaxies, which is now shut down because they'd lost the licenses, so the trading card game went. They had the Norath-based one for EverQuest. I think that's technically still going.
Technically is a great word, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't checked in a while. But what was brilliant was that the card game tied into the actual EverQuest 2 servers, so you could play the card game from within EverQuest. So, and when you got shinies in the card game, they would unlock things in EverQuest.
Nice.
So there was a definite tie in there.
Yeah.
Which they haven't said they're going to do it, but I would be very, very surprised if Blizzard don't do this with Hearthstone. That there's some kind of ability to play it in-game, or some kind of bonus.
This is the one thing that surprised me that it took so long. Given the kind of enjoyment I got as a kid in buying stickers, cards, Pogs.
Yeah.
If you remember Pogs.
Yep.
You would go to the shop and you would get shiny ones, and you would think, oh, this is awesome. And had you known at the time that could actually be worth quite a bit, you would have kept them.
Yeah.
Generally, most people didn't realise they were worth money and played with them and ruined them. But then we had things like Spyro the Dragon that took the real world product online. Why has there been no real world card game with...
There has.
Has there?
Well, the previous generation of the Blizzard trading card game. There was already
I've never seen any of this in shops. Is it just that it's not popular enough?
It's not popular enough. It generally only stayed in comic shops and geek shops.
Maybe that's it.
And there was a Blizzard trading card game. It was made by the people... Oh, fuck you. Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, basically. I think. It was made by somebody.
Either it's because I'm an adult and I don't actively look for them, but I don't... Shops don't seem to stock these things anymore, do they?
And there were loot cards within the Blizzard trading card game that would get you shit in-game.
Even then I wouldn't go that far. I would have whatever you collect in your deck in real life, you can transfer to digital. So you can play online when your mate's out there.
Yeah.
That, to me, is that's how Hearthstone should work. You should have a real world...
A physical deck alongside your digital deck.
The Pokemon games used to be awesome.
Yeah.
As did Magic the Gathering and so on, but once shops stopped selling them, you couldn't really do anything. And not only that, if your mates weren't there, you can't play by yourself.
Yep.
You need a digital physical tie-in direct, not this kind of, this card gets you this in this game. It should be literally, there is a digital version you can go and play against. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be, but anyway, Blizzard are moving the digital, and apparently League of Legends are looking into it because the hacker came to light with potential card art, potential playing board art. Basically, that's what he found. Artworks.
Well, the fact now, people are probably saying, this hacker's awesome, when really, he's hacked League of Legends servers.
Well, no, he hasn't hacked League of Legends servers. He's hacked the
web servers.
One of the creators' machines.
Yeah, so really, we shouldn't be cheering this guy.
He's hacked a single PC.
Probably shouldn't be cheering this guy.
No, and I'm not cheering him, but it's interesting to know that it hardly surprises me that other companies are looking at this market and going, yeah.
I still think the real world, virtual world is going to tie in at some point.
Yeah.
It's got to.
Right, so which stories have we got left? There's a lot of links and I can't remember which we've talked about. Sony, EverQuest Next, which is the big MMO that they're working on with all the voxel-based graphics and building of shit. And they announced that they were going to release EverQuest Next Landmark before the game actually released, so that people could play with the voxel generation, make content, and actually potentially see the shit that they make appear in the game. Now, the beta sign-up has happened for that. It is now possible to get into the beta. Well, possible to sign up to get into the beta.
So you can go destroy shit.
You can go destroy shit and go create your own shit and potentially get your creations into the game. I have signed up for the beta. I have contacted what few PR contacts I still have.
I imagine you literally, if this was a real world environment, you'd be banging on a bit of glass going, no, let me in!
Pretty much.
Imagine, yeah.
Pretty much. I've lost many contacts at Sony. It's bad. I used to be able to contact them and
used to have friends.
I used to have friends in the industry. Now there's just Craig.
Yeah, never mind. So, Day One Gary's Instant developers.
Well, do you want to stick a song in before we go on that? Because that's quite a ranty.
Go on then, I'll let Chris, you stick a song.
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
Better learn my name 'cause I am
Ashley. She knows the darkest spells and she brews the meanest potions.
You might be the ingredient, I think.
Don't let yourself be fooled by her innocent demeanor.
You should be afraid of quick to my spell book. And yes, it's true, I don't have as many friends as you. But I think you're nice, or maybe we could be buds. And if you say no, you're toast.
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
Better learn my name, 'cause I am
Ashley. Just remember this when you see her on the streets.
I'm the coolest girl you'll ever meet.
Okay, that song was Ashley's theme by Psy Guy, and now Trevor says it reminded him in general of the Addams Family. I thought it was kind of Resident Evil based from the grounds that it was Ashley's theme and it was a horror based theme. But having listened to it, I have no idea where the fuck it came from.
No.
It was just odd. Odd in general. But before we went off for a song, we were talking about Day One, Gary's Incident.
Yeah.
Which is a game being made by a independent developer of sorts, who managed to fuck up quite royally. Now
they have the lowest Metacritic score of all time, I believe.
Do they?
User Metacritic score, anyway.
I don't count the user Metacritic score for any metric other than how retarded people are when...
Yeah, it's not a brilliant metric, but it was... Everyone just took offence with them.
Yeah.
Because every single aspect, and even then, to try and recover from this, they posted fake reviews on Metacritic.
Yeah. Did they get caught?
Yeah, it was blatant. Because they used the same lines, same paragraphs of text, repeatedly.
Oh. That's just...
They changed the order, but they used the same paragraph. So people just went through and went, well, you've already said that, and different username. Hold up, guys, somebody's taking the piss here.
Yeah. Right, Day One, Gary's Incident. I was trying to find a Wikipedia entry for what it actually is. PC survival game developed and published by Wild Games Studios. Right. Now, the YouTuber Total Biscuit. Good Brit YouTuber, and he is a good games reviewer.
Yeah.
He does a series of games, a series of reviews called What the Fuck Is Game. And he's done a lot of these in the past, and he's always been upfront with it and said, I want to review your game, can I have review copy? As all reviewers do. And if they're going to monetize it, they say, look, we're going to monetize it in this way, this way, this way. Yeah. To make sure that they've got explicit consent to do so. And Total Biscuit played the game. His review wasn't that outrageous. It was a bit negative because it turns out that Day One's Gary's Incident is a bit shit.
This is the problem. There should be a flowchart for games PR. It should start with, is your game good? Yes. Okay. Send free copies to reviewers. Have them review the game. Do not censor. Reap rewards. If no, make game good. That should be the kind of... If you have a bad game, you can't then expect to be able to market it to people because you're just being dishonest. Yeah. If you have a bad game...
Well, no. There's a bit of a kink to that. Is the game bad? Yes. Do you have to do the PR for it anyway? Yes. If yes, give to reviewers, then apologise to the company you're doing the PR for, but explain that it's not your fault. If no, don't give to reviewers. What happened is Total Biscuit gave it a bad review, and it's fine. Other people have given it bad reviews. There are plenty of bad reviews out there for this game. Mm-hmm. There are a few good reviews out there for this game. that are not fake. Some people did enjoy this game. Total Biscuit, however, did not. And he posted his review completely honestly. He's given bad reviews to other things in these what the fuck videos. And Total Biscuit has quite a large following at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's got nearly 2 million subscribers on YouTube, which means that his videos on average are watched about 500,000 times within the first couple of days.
You're going to get a few people watching.
Yeah. What happened with the Day One Gary's Incident video, however, is that it got pulled under the DCMA Act. Digital Millennium Copyright
They
Act.
claim this is our game, you're not allowed to put footage of it online.
Yeah, they pulled the copyright infringement law, and YouTube's policy at present is to immediately pull it down and allow the creator to prove their point, prove their case. But
it's backwards. You're guilty until proven innocent.
yeah, guilty until proven innocent, and the decision over guilt and innocence on the first stage actually falls back to the company that put the copyright claim against you. So you have to basically, they say this is copyright, we want it taken down, YouTube take it down, and you have to prove the point. I'm currently having, not to the same degree, but videos that I've put up of Blizzard games that have detailed in writing how it's allowed to be monetized.
And they still.
Automated systems have flagged it as copyright Blizzard, which is fair enough. So I'm having to argue that. But what's happened with this one is that the video's just been completely removed.
Yeah.
Which means that Total Biscuit, for the hours of effort that he's put into making that video, to reviewing that game, is no longer getting paid.
And it is ours. I mean, it's not a simple...
No, it's not a
load
simple...
up the game and just quickly spout
No,
something.
and on top of that, it's more the fact that it's only his and the other top rated videos. It's the top 5 rated videos on that game that are negative, that have been copyright claimed under the grounds that nobody in the office gave him permission to monetize these videos, despite the fact that they have the email chain that says, we are going to monetize these videos. Do you have a problem with this? And by providing the review copy, they have pretty much said,
go nuts.
Well, they didn't specifically say you can monetize this video, but the request for the review copy said,
it's implied, isn't it?
We will be monetizing this video. So by providing, if you didn't agree to monetization, don't provide the review copy.
So they provided a review copy. They reviewed it.
The games company didn't like it and abused the Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
To a point where now the video isn't available online. The entire internet seems to be involved in the backlash.
Yes.
I think this has gone beyond gamers now.
Well, let's put it this way. We just Googled Day One Gary's Incident to try and get the Wikipedia page to find out what the game was about, because we hadn't heard... Well, I'd heard of the game because I saw the original What the Fuck. I saw it before it was taken down.
Yeah, I only saw the aftermath.
Yeah, you only saw the aftermath.
Which the fact that even I saw it means it's quite big.
Because Total Biscuit gave them a week and a half. Total Biscuit and the Polaris network that he's part of were in discussions with the game studio to try and get this sorted out peacefully, and then when it basically turned out that the game studio wasn't willing to play ball, he posted a video explaining what had happened to his Day One Gary's Incident video in explicit detail. And yeah, now pretty much any search for Gary's Incident will bring up first cynical Total Biscuit's video explaining what happened, and then an entire stream of news
related
from pretty much every gaming media out there. Because everybody who's ever worked... I
like the fact that on our homepage we've got Day One Gary's Incident devs accused of censored bad reviews, and then we've got Day One Gary's Incident Entwicklungsfirma, it's German.
Yeah.
It's spread the world.
Yeah.
Everyone is pissed off with it.
Because
not just the English.
This is why it's taken. This is why it's taken quite the spin it has. Because everybody who's ever worked in gaming media, everybody who's ever reviewed a game, has come upon these PR firms, these developers that don't quite want to play by the rules. You look at
I seem to remember Tomb Raider had a bit of a
Tomb
can't
Raider.
remember which one it was, but
Tomb Raider's done it with bad reviews. Everybody who's ever reviewed a game for more than just their own, anybody who's ever professionally reviewed a game will have come up against one of these, where you've given a bad review and then all of a sudden, even if it's not explicitly said, suddenly the PR firm that sent you that review copy starts getting a little less responsive.
yeah, they can't so much as say you gave us a bad review, we're not going to do this for you. They just sometimes stop replying.
Yeah, Two Worlds 2, where they actually got caught out with the email chain, where the reviewers, where they was actually seen to say, "You gave us a bad review. You will not get a review copy from us again." And it's happened so many times, and it's going to continue to happen. But it's just, this is just one more example where.
It's an unfortunate thing. If you want a good review, make a good game.
Yeah, if you want a good... Well, even then, it doesn't matter what review you get. Just accept the review.
Well, it comes down to this whole... I can't remember who it was. I was reading a review the other day. It was one that Mike Bithell retweeted.
Yeah.
And it was some guy who wasn't happy with Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
But the review seemed very much from, and I'll say this, from a very educated background. Somebody that has read a lot of books, has gone through. And when you start from that background, a lot of games do come across as contrived nonsense.
Yes.
If you actually break down Bioshock Infinite, you realise that actually it's not that good.
No. But yeah, your viewpoint can make any game bad.
Exactly, yeah. If you start from a viewpoint where if you come from books and literary greats and then go on to games... We're not as mature a medium.
No.
We don't start with the same kind
of... But then that's not a bad review. It's a bad review score-wise.
Well, I'll be honest, the same person gave a good review to to Gone Home, so...
Yeah, but that's your own personal bias, and you didn't like Gone Home.
Everyone else is wrong. I'm not accepting it.
I still haven't played it properly, so I'm not commenting. I've played that little bit that you showed me.
Believe me, when you open the same the same bloody cabinet for the 5th time, you realise this is going to be annoying. I wouldn't mind if they changed the bloody model, but they use the same 3D model for every cabinet in the game. Nobody goes to IKEA and buys 36 cabinets to put throughout the house. Nobody.
That's because it was prototyped on Amnesia.
That's just fucking wrong.
Anyway, that's besides the point. Everybody has a bad review, and it's how you respond to that bad review. As long as you're not a dick about it, then people will respect you. When you do shit like this,
people won't.
It's literally gonna bite you in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
And what you were saying before, while we were paused for the song, about something about them putting up false reviews that I'd not heard of.
Yeah, they put up on Metacritic in the user reviews, there were reviews that used the same paragraphs of text across multiple usernames that have only been registered for a day. Yeah. Now, what I was thinking though, since saying that, it could be somebody trying to make it even worse for them.
It could be a troll.
The internet is full of very smart people, and unfortunately, if somebody catches on to the fact that, hold up, if I pretend to be them, you could make it infinitely worse.
Doesn't matter. Ooh, that's a low user score.
0.5 user score. It's not good.
Where are all the critic reviews?
Oh, there's no critic reviews. There hasn't been since it started. Yeah, Metacritic hasn't got a single critic review. It's all user reviews.
No, I've realised because Total Biscuit usually does his what the fucks as early as possible.
Yeah.
So he usually gets previews, which means that Wild Game Studios are not selling any copies of this game.
No, if they
But they actually might out of people curious enough.
But look, there are 44 positive reviews,
Yeah,
right? And
they're all gone.
what the fuck? There's 61 now. What the hell? What's happening?
There are no positive reviews yet. They're literally the scores are still.
They've been removed. So there are 1,292 negative reviews, 3 mixed reviews, and 61 reviews that nobody quite believes are removed.
Shit.
That says it all, doesn't it? I mean, your game is that bad.
I want to know what the mixed reviews are.
Yeah, I didn't seem to show them. But they're all zeros.
User score. Sort by user score. Come on. I want a mixed review. 4. Somebody give it a 4.
A game full of
Promise and exciting trailers that never delivered. Day one may be attracting to try at first for a survival genre crafting system. Far Cry-like environment and Uncharted action, but then we'll discover the sad truth reality, which is the game is nothing more than a cash out.
Then, in which case, how did you give it a 4? You can't reward a game on a decent concept. I can write a decent concept, but I can't execute it.
I've written many decent concepts. But that doesn't make me a games developer.
Hell, on paper, Gone Home is a decent concept. Sorry, I'm going to keep digging that up. I'm not happy. What else we got? Enslaved Premium Edition is now for PC and
Yes.
PS3. Go on.
Please, dear God, somebody else go out and play this fucking game. It was brilliant, it was well thought out, it was well designed, well developed. I really wish more people had played it.
Yeah. I think we can jump through the next few quickly as well. So PS4 has a day one patch at 300 meg.
Yep.
It adds a few bits and bobs. They made a joke at Xbox releasing a day one patch, then released their own, so they're a bit of a knob for doing that.
Yes, they are a bit of a twat.
But, well. 40 gig for a game sounds pretty bad.
Right, yeah, this is the fact that Killzone PSN edition, if you buy the digital version of Killzone Shadowfall, it's a 40 gig download.
Yeah, which is pretty epic.
It's up there, but then you are downloading a full game. That is available on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So, you definitely got quite a bit to download. Unless you want compressed graphics, which no fucker wants.
Yeah. And we worked on the principle before. We said, downloading a game is all well and good, but the next few games are going to get... Help yourself. The next few games are going to get bigger and bigger.
You can't get it.
So games are going to get bigger and bigger. Internet speeds aren't accelerating at the same rate, so we're stuck in the same situation we're in before. We still can't download a game.
Yep.
So 40 gig is quite big. However, the developers came out and said about the fact that when they first did the disc...
Yeah, when they first did the disc compression, because it gets compressed to a specific format for the discs.
It was 180 gig.
Yeah, they managed to compress 290 to 180.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'll start again. They compressed it first time, it was 290, then they took shit out. They got rid of levels.
Yeah, they did.
They dropped bits, and it was 180. And then they have basically worked with Sony to rewrite the entire
Yeah,
log.
they've worked with Sony, rewritten the entire compression engine for disc management.
And we now have this very smart way, so we've ended up with it all on a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Plus probably a few day one patches.
That's actually a good thing. Because that means that if Killzone have managed to get that compression in there at the very start, what's the compression going to be like later down the life cycle?
Well, you know what gets me?
How long are we going to be able to keep the Blu-ray cycle without having to worry about the compression running out?
What gets me is not a single PC game. It's 50 gig from the off. And the graphics are usually better.
Yeah.
How? How does this work? There's got to be something different. I just don't... I don't get it. Because nobody has a Blu-ray player. I'm sorry, I know some people do, but Nobody buys Blu-ray discs to play games off of.
That is a good point. But
I know
we do a lot of downloading. The PC players
yeah.
are a lot happier to download a patch than a console player.
A couple of gig patches add up, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, Warcraft is taking up 35 gig of my hard drive.
Yeah, and it looks shit. So,
yeah.
So it's quite impressive, really, that it takes up that much. But either way, big game. Could have been bigger.
Yeah.
So it's not all that bad.
We'll go on to Nintendo, because Nintendo are... Well, they've got a bit of news, and we've already touched on the fact that the Wii U's seen a massive increase in sales. Yep. The other ones are the fact that the 3DS and Wii U have got crossplay. Now, it's already announced for Smash Brothers that Wii U and the 3DS will crossplay on those. However, the Nintendo spokesman said something very specific in this, which definitely raised my attention.
He kind of pointed out or hinted towards the whole... Yeah, you could play with other consoles.
Here is an exact quote. Nintendo said it can confirm that cross-play functionality is possible in certain titles that play on the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, as well as other video game systems not made by Nintendo. We are committed to helping developers realise the full potential of their software on Nintendo systems.
Yeah. Basically, you can do cross-play across multiple platforms, just... probably want to okay it with the other lot first.
Yeah, basically...
They're the awesome guys, it's them that's the problem.
Basically, they've said, we've got no problem with you going off and releasing a PlayStation and an Xbox version of it, and even having the PlayStation and the Xbox version talk to our console.
Yeah. Expect awesomeness in the near future.
Literally, Nintendo went, your move, Sony. Your move, Microsoft.
Which Microsoft are already a bit awkward with online games across multiple platforms.
Yeah.
They're awkward with online games, with subscriptions. They're awkward with all sorts. I wonder how that's going to work with Sony now, actually. Now you have to have PlayStation Plus to play it online.
Yeah.
That whole paying multiple subscriptions thing becomes a bit of an issue again.
Yeah, but they've said that games that require subscription will be allowed outside of PlayStation Plus.
Ah, fair enough. Ignore that then, carry on.
There's an entire bunch of games that are available online outside of without having a PlayStation Plus subscription.
Oh. Well, consider me shut up. That's fine.
I say Netflix. You don't need PlayStation Plus to have Netflix.
Because it's subscription based.
Because it's subscription based. So Sony have already accepted. We're demanding a subscription for you to play online, but we know you're paying a subscription for them already, so we're not going to bother.
It makes sense. Anything that has its own backbone,
and
doesn't rely on Sony or Microsoft, shouldn't be charged for. That's the one thing I've never understood with Microsoft. But
I would be happy to see Sony and Nintendo working together.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Now here's a really out there side of it.
I can't wait. Come on.
Smash Brothers.
PlayStation All Stars.
PlayStation All Stars crossover. So basically, so that some of the characters from PlayStation All Stars suddenly appeared
now that
in
would
Smash
take some
Brothers.
balancing, wouldn't it?
It would take, but Parappa the Rapper in Smash Brothers.
What would he do? I don't.
The same as he does in PlayStation
I've not
All
played
Stars.
All Stars. I can't imagine Parappa the Rapper ever being offensive. That's the problem.
Okay, God of War.
Yeah, he'd be pretty badass.
Kratos versus Mario.
But I feel bad watching him rip into Kirby.
Well, Kirby, you just eat him.
Yeah, fair point.
I think in a battle between Kratos and Kirby, Kirby would win.
Yeah. Anyone that has more than 2 jumps. That was the scenario for me. If I was ever going to survive on Smash Brothers, you had to be able to jump more than twice.
Yeah.
If you could do like multiple jumps, like Kirby's pretty flying, then you were gold.
Or Yoshi's little leg flip.
I hated Yoshi. You could turn people into an egg, but unless you timed it just right, it was useless.
Yep.
So, hey, an egg!
But the point is, Nintendo have said cross-platform. Yeah, fuck it. We like it.
Yeah.
And
I'm up for that. We got more Nintendo, I believe.
More Nintendo. The Wii the Wii is being discontinued. in both Japan and Europe. They haven't announced the discontinuation in America yet, because they would be crazy too.
Canada, they announced the special edition, didn't they? Which was offline only, but the little red.
Oh no, they're coming. They've come over here now.
Oh, they're here now.
Yeah, we've got the Wii Mini.
I've not been in a game shop in so long that I didn't know this.
Yeah. We've got the Wii Mini. The Wii Mini is still going to be continued.
Right, but just
But the standard Wii is going away.
Yeah, makes sense really. Because if you want online, get a Wii U. It does all the.
If
same
you want
stuff.
online, you want a Wii U. It does all the same stuff and better.
Yeah. Should we quickly hammer through the rest?
Well, the last story for Nintendo before we bounce off to the rest of them, and you kick over my Nerf gun again, is that Nintendo are open to more HD remakes.
Yeah.
Now, they recently remade Wind Waker as HD, and it looks brilliant. It apparently plays brilliant. I haven't got it yet, and I want it.
Am I the only one that reads this as we're out of ideas?
No, you're not.
No,
You're not the only one that reads it kind of like that.
They're picking games that aren't over 10 years old. Which to me means kind of out of ideas.
No, Mario Sunshine definitely is over 10 years old.
Just 2002.
And Mario 64 is most certainly.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I find it odd.
There are. I know. I don't have the old Nintendo consoles anymore. It pisses me off that I don't. But I know people that have still got Nintendo 64s and still play them on regular basis because the Nintendo 64 games were brilliant.
They were. But at the same time, I wouldn't sell an N64 to play the new version.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd find it a bit odd. But I suppose new markets 10 years is a long time.
But then you'd be playing the games on a console that doesn't have the N64 controller.
Oh, that would be worth it. That N64, everyone told me, oh, it's brilliant! How is this brilliant? You have to mangle your hands around, and then even then you can go left, right, and then up and down. What? I don't get it. It moved you forward when you pressed up, but looked left when you pressed left. That is the most backwards.
Yeah, no, but I accept that the Nintendo 64.
I feel like Sony looked at that controller and thought, wouldn't it be good if there was two of them? Guys, shut the fuck up and make it. And that was it. The controlling platform was designed. There was no reason to have a single analog stick when you have 2 degrees of movement.
Yeah.
Sorry, Karen.
But all the N64 games, all the great N64 games there were, imagine them HD'd and put on a modern console.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And Nintendo have said they're not opposed to making more of them. They're very open to making more of them. They don't want to saturate the market with them.
They will happily make them if there's enough demand.
Yeah, if there's enough demand, it will be made. And I demand right this second
Pikmin?
No, fuck it. Pikmin's fine as it is. I demand a remake of Mario 64 because it was the best Mario game.
Screw that. Drop the lot. Get the rights for GoldenEye and recreate that.
That's already been remade.
Has it?
It was released for the Wii.
Yeah, but that's terrible. That is not a good control system.
And it was released for... No, but they released a Pro controller for it.
It doesn't matter if you have to buy an extra controller. It sucks, right?
And it was re-released for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox.
That wasn't the original GoldenEye, was it?
It was a remake of the original GoldenEye.
Oh, fuck. How did I miss that?
It was called GoldenEye Reloaded.
I just remember the fun of shooting people's hats
Yeah,
off.
it was called GoldenEye Reloaded. What the fuck did you think it was?
Well, if it didn't get good reviews, it's no reason why I didn't buy it. I mean... In which case, that would suggest that it wasn't that good a game to start with.
No, we just have fond memories of it because it was the best shooter at the time. It just happened that at the time, shooters were shit.
Halo. So that's how I deem Halo.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best shooter ever. It was just the first good console shooter with online access.
Yeah. Rest of the stories. Party chat on the PS4 will support up to 8 characters.
Woohoo!
8 characters, 8 players.
The controller will work on PS3.
That was retarded. That was weird. I don't know. It was somebody who's got access to a development copy because he can't development console because he can't show the development console as part of his NDA. But the controller is not covered by the NDA. He wanted to show off the controller, so he tried it with his PS3, and he's actually found out that quite a lot of PS3 games will support the PS4 controller.
It's like the Sony announcement all over, isn't it? Look, we've got a new console. Here it is, the controller for it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sony. Can we see the rest? No. No, sorry, no.
Apple announced a new iPad. In fact, 2 new iPads. An iPad mini with Retina display and an iPad Air.
Basically, the iPad got skinnier and the Air got more definition.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're the same. Bit more powerful. Nothing really.
And Nvidia are ripping off the Xbox and PS4's recording capabilities. Well, not ripping off. They're basically replicating it.
Yeah.
Basically giving PC players a way to capture games. So basically any Nvidia card will capture the last 5, 10, 15 minutes of gameplay.
Which is nice. It's a nice little... I've never been into this whole fad myself. I've made daft videos, but I made them after the fact. I wanted to make a full video, so I'd record loads. And I've never once... Actually, I lie. I've played FIFA, scored a goal and thought, there's no one here! But never mind, I take back what I said. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Never on PC games have I come across that situation. Because on PC games, I always play against people.
I have. I've done stupid stuff in Warcraft and gone, fuck! Nobody saw that.
I'd be embarrassed if people saw what I did. It's not good. It's just embarrassing. Shall we quickly go to the extra time?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, extra time stuff. First one, obviously, we've mentioned Farming Simulator Titanium Edition and Oculus Rift support for the Euro Truck Simulator 2.
I mean, really, we can't top that. So
No.
It's all downhill from here.
It's not, because we got Critical Hit, which is a band made a games cover band led by the lead WoW composer and a bunch of artists that have been involved in games, movies, basically top class artists.
One of them was listed as the top 10 female guitarists or something like that in the world that you need to listen to right now. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it sounds pretty awesome. So.
They've done the first thing they've done the video on is they cover for the Angry Birds theme, and it's just great to see it played with classical instruments. A carbon fibre violin, for fuck's sake.
It's strangely addictive to listen to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't ever think that of a game for mobile platform.
Yeah.
That you just sit there and fire birds at pigs.
And there's a very well made video by the PlayStation Studio lot, because PlayStation Access lot. Because PlayStation Access are their PR community management crew, and they do a good job. They've made some very good videos, but this one kind of pans. It is a very long streaming shot. It's not. It's well cut, but it pans over a room about 4 times and shows the different generations of PlayStation gaming.
Nice. I've not actually
over
seen
the over the timeline that it happened. So you scan over the PlayStation 1 era, and it's all early 90s and shit like that, and then you scan back the PS2 and you've got Kasabian posters on the wall, and it's very well done. It's also part of a competition, because as you go through the video, the symbols from PlayStation controller appear, and if you can give them in the right order to the website the video appears on,
you get extra.
Then you've got a chance to win a PlayStation 4.
Nice. I'd be really pissed off if I won one and then bought one.
I wouldn't. I've entered.
Yeah, I might have to do the same.
Yeah. And that's it. We're done with this podcast.
Sorry it's so long.
Yeah, it's his bad.
I'll come back into shop for this. I'm really sorry. But, bad times and all that.
I'm not all that sorry.
Yeah. Either way, we're getting drunk and talking about crap again. So that's the important thing.
That is the key aspect here.
Hi, Trevor. I do that every episode. I feel it's worthwhile. But yeah, feel free to get in touch.
DrunkenGamer on Twitter.
I'm D_Gow.
Podcast Twitter account is at 8BitAlliance, but you will really just be talking to me because it's my Twitter account.
Yeah, I really don't get involved with that.
Email is podcast@8bitalliance.com. The YouTube channel is 8bitalliance.com/YouTube, because YouTube keeps trying to change the fucking name on the YouTube channel.
Why don't we make a page that just has all this shit on? We could just send them to a contact page on the website. That's everything. This would be a lot less long-winded. It would just be, hey, contact us at 8bitalliance/contact us. That doesn't work yet, by the way. It will.
Are you going to write it?
What do you mean write it? It's just a bloody content page.
Do it then.
In WordPress, it's simple, right?
Do it then. You've got access to the
/contact us on 8bitalliance.com, and you can get all of this detail, and you don't have to fuck about listening to us rant at the end of every single podcast.
We'll see that in about a month when Gal finally gets his finger out his ass.
I'm going to do it now. If you're seeing this, you've probably just watched a video of us rambling about games or drinking or some kind of nonsense to do with comic books.
Or you've watched me playing a game.
Yeah, all that. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Twitter. He's DrunkenGamer. I'm D_Gow. And you can find us on many places on the internet. But more importantly, there's some little buttons somewhere down here if you're on YouTube. Just press one of those, subscribe or like.
Yeah, the one that looks like a thumbs up. We like that one.
Yeah, press that one. Because that means lots of people will think we're awesome. And I'll be honest, it's just internet points.
Oh, no. It's not that lots of people will think we're awesome. It's just that Google will think we're awesome and recommend us to more people.
Trevor, press these buttons.